Hello, and welcome to another episode of Death Metal Chef. My name's Jez, and today we are going to make Beef Stroganoff. Beef Stroganoff, a classic, modern French dish, been done 1,000 times in 1,000 different ways. Originated in Russia, in the old country, and then was done by French chefs working over in Russia, then brought through Europe, and then cornerstoned on the modern French cuisine, and then elaborated in 1,000 different ways. So the one we're going to do today is pretty simple. It's going to be kind of a guerrilla style. We're going to throw some things in there that are traditional, but there's going to be a lot of stuff that you can work with that's in the pantry or the cupboard, because we're British. Fucking pantry. So let's go to ingredients. Come with me and we shall have a look at my fine wares. So we have beef fillet. You can use different cuts of beef for this. I would recommend any primary cut. So fillet, sirloin, ribeye or rump. Any of those will do well for pan frying, because you're not going to cook them for a long period of time. Some creme fraiche, some white onion, some Dijon mustard, some smoked paprika, la beef stock cube, some smoked garlic. You can use normal. I've just got some smoked because I've been smoking garlic. Not literally, but hey. Chestnut mushrooms. We're going to work a little bit of magic, and we're going to fast forward to when all this is prepped so that we can keep this short and sweet.
Like a lychee.
Hi. Didn't see you there. Come on in. Alright, check this out. So by the power of magic, everything is now prepped. Yep. So we'll go very quickly through the amounts of what we're using. You can change it to suit yourself. I'm not really asked. This is what I'm using. This works for me. You might want to add more or less. But this is a way that you can make a really shit hot stroganoff at home, with everything that you've got in the cupboards without having to go out and buy a load of stuff. Okay? So, initially, we have got 200 grams of chestnut mushrooms. 1 coarsely diced white onion. Now, normally for this recipe I would use a demi-glace, but I doubt very much you've got demi-glace lying around the house, or that you've got one on the back burner rolling for the last 3 days with marrow bone in there. So the next best thing, which works just as well, is getting an OXO cube and mixing it with about 50 to 75 ml of water to create a concentrated little beef stock like that. We also have 1 heaped teaspoon of smoked paprika, 1 teaspoon of Dijon mustard, 2 cloves of garlic, some brandy for flambeing, 150 ml of creme fraiche. You can use double cream if you want. I use creme fraiche because I've got creme fraiche in the thing. I'll be damned if I'm going to go and queue for fucking 4 hours at Asda with its 20-mile long queues going out the car park. Fuck that. We also have about 300 grams of beef fillet, which I am just very coarsely cutting into strips. Again, if you've got some sirloin lying around, take the rind off it, use the meat. Ribeye is good. You don't want to be using chuck or skirt or flank or anything that's going to take a while to break down the cartilage, the sinew and the silver skin in there, the tendons. So we are going to throw together this beef stroganoff and take you through it bit by bit. Right, let's go, beef stroganoff. So let's get our pan on. Want to get that nice and hot to start with. We're going to start off with garlic and mushrooms and onions. So you want to get the pan up to heat first, and then when you add your oil to it, the oil will cool it down slightly. Veg oil. So we've got white onion that's going in there, a bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, some of the garlic, Accompaniments to go with this. You know, rice is always a staple to go with stroganoff, but feel free to. Some people traditionally do it with pappardelle pasta. You can do that. That works. Or you can do it with just veg or rice or some form of carby, gluteny goodness, bread. So at this point I am going to probably throw in my paprika because I want to cook the paprika out. And we'll do that while we're sweating down the onions. There, that'll do. You want to get the onions to soften up and start to go slightly translucent. While we're waiting for that to happen, we are going to dust our beef fillet in some flour because that will help with the thickening process. Obviously, I didn't get any ready because that would be way too kind of like on the ball. So we're going to throw beef fillet in there, and we're going to pop a little bit of plain flour. About that much, just to give it a light coating. You need to fill this up at some point.
I'll do it right on that.
So I'm just going to toss the meat. Wait for it. Rob's going to throw some in there. Whoever wanted to fluff me can also come in and toss my meat as well. So, nice light little floury coating on the meat there.
I got a question.
Yeah.
Do you not like season your meat before you actually put it in?
No, I do not. Some people do, I don't. I don't like pre-salting my meat because it will start to dry out ever so slightly. And because season towards the end, you know, not at the beginning. Season at the beginning and it might end up going too salty and you can't do anything about that then. Season at the end and you can control it a lot better. So, onions, garlic and paprika are beginning to sweat down nicely. We're going to throw the mushrooms in there now. Put them in. We're going to get them semi-soft. Cook out some of the moisture because mushrooms being like 80-90% water, whatever the amount is. While that's beginning to sweat down, soften up, we're going to mix together our beef stock, our creme fraiche and our Dijon mustard to make a cream base. Add the Dijon in and then add creme fraiche in. Some people use a whisk or a fork. I like to use a death stick. What's that? You want to go in there? Oh yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. As you can see, it's all blended in nice together. So, now that we got to the point where mushrooms are soft, onions are soft, paprika's being cooked out, we're going to take this and we're going to transfer it out of the way. Just briefly, so we can then sear our beef and then bring it back in. So I'm just going to transfer this to here, put that back on there. I'm going to let that get hot, really hot, and then we're going to oil it, and then we're going to throw the beef in there to sear it and get a nice browning on the outside. Then we're going to add the mushrooms and onions back, and then we'll add our beef cream base. Actually no, I'm going to flambe in between then, forgot. So meat, flambe, veg, cream base, together, weaving. That's nearly about there. Yep, I'll do. So, bit of oil. I'm going to leave it alone for a minute or two. People have a habit of constantly fucking with their meat when it's cooking, and they keep touching it and stirring it, and it's just leave it alone, yeah? Leave it alone to get a nice sear, and after a couple of minutes, then you can turn it all over. But people that stand there constantly stirring the meat, and they wonder why it comes out fucking grey, right? Don't fuck with it. Let it do its thing. It knows what to do, yeah? More than we do. No, just kidding. Right, we're going to add a little bit of brandy, and then we're going to flambe, if it flambes, which I don't think it would, but it did. Yeah.
Flambe in the freezer.
Cook out all the alcohol until there's nothing left. Nice. Fire alarm. Fucking metal. Right, cool. So let's get the mushrooms and the onions and the paprika back in there now. And then we're going to add in our cream base. Turn it down. We're going to plate this up, and then we'll have a look at the final product, and then we'll just have a quick summary. Okay, see you shortly. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Okay, so there you have it. Beef stroganoff, guerrilla style. Throw it together, bish bash bosh, smash it out, scram it down. Thank you very much for tuning in. If you hit the subscribe button somewhere down there, and we will have more videos coming, and tell your friends, share, like, spread the love, and we'll catch you next time on Death Metal Chef.